Okay, I'm not ready yet. Anybody who's already on, we're just kind of getting things ready here still, so bear with us here.
This is my.
Why am I not seeing it?
I'm ready to go. Look. I can milk. Look. What is this done? Look. You have some? No, I'm not milk. Yeah. It's yummy. You see it?
Oh yeah, people are in, but I still can't see it on our end.
I see it.
Wanted to kind of let it figure out some of the video and audio stuff here, so we started a little bit early so we can kind of get some testing in. So just kind of bear with us. I'm not looking at any of the chat, so you'll have to just be patient.
I'm looking at the chat. It's like 400 billion highs per second.
Well, tell them hi back. You can
There you go, visit people.
I want to set up a stream every dinner, Mom.
No, we're not talking right now. We're going to just getting it ready first, buddy. If I spend time doing that, we're never going to be able to get this working.
I'm done.
There we go.
Fish.
A live dinner with the Mills. Click.
Watch out, I want to get you.
Dang, why can't I see the chat?
Are you so excited?
Oh man. Oh, I just need to stop that.
I suppose you like extra.
It says live chat, but it's empty. Darn it.
Try to break fast anymore.
Oh, there we go.
Fish.
You yelled at everyone to stop talking.
Look, a fish.
Guess we listened.
Mommy, look, a fish.
A fish?
We're having baked macaroni and cheese tonight.
No, Grandma Fern's macaroni.
Grandma Fern's macaroni and cheese. Isn't that baked? Oh, yeah. Go figure.
Is this side?
They'll be macaroni and cheese anyways. Grandma Fern's style.
No, Mommy, no. You try here.
We had some weird beepity-boopity stuff going on in the audio last time. Anybody say if the audio sounds all right or if it's
You try here.
still doing that weird
You
noise?
try.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay, the wine's gone. We got the microphone working here. Working off of a different phone. Darn new iPhone doesn't have a headphone jack, so I'm using my old phone.
Can somebody go tell Sally it's time to eat?
Okay.
Okay, good. I can't really see. Oh, public view. I should just start that.
Apparently I don't have any clean bowls for us in just a moment.
Do what?
I have clean dishes for you and I apparently.
No. That's all right. Okay, I think everything's good, apart from having the Velveeta box tablet stand. But I guess its alternative is leave it on its stand thing up like this. Let's see how that would look. I guess I won't block anybody. we'll go off the Velveeta stand for now. We're still getting all the details worked out on this. It'll get better every month, I'm sure. We do it every month on the 13th, in case anybody doesn't know that yet. Yeah, it does match our dinner. Okay, I guess the microphone's kind of in the way too, but I suppose it's not that bad. Thank you. I haven't had this in a little while. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's definitely quiet. You better stop talking to people.
Oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock now, so I think we're officially
How about
started.
everybody say hello officially?
All right, everybody get it. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. That's so cute.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
Is it?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the live stream.
All right, let me join you here.
This is hard.
She sure said everybody hi to everybody.
Mom, can you remote of that?
Audie is adorable.
More oranges?
Hello everyone.
Bobby just feed me a straw.
Mac and I've never had mac and cheese this way. I've never liked Velveeta cheese. I always thought Velveeta was gross, but then we had this and it was really good. So I guess I can't say it's gross anymore.
Christine wants to know how far along I am. I'm 19 weeks.
Asher's
That's right
coming.
here.
He's being a loner.
Thank you.
Well, it's perfect time for lunch then.
Mom, everyone's
Keeping
saying,
our close
everyone's
together.
saying you need to eat right now.
I know I have to because as soon as we're done here, I have to go see Grandma Fern, so I don't have time to eat after like I did the last 2 times. So I actually do have to eat during the thing this time.
We did have a good day.
I'm due on April 12th. So this Saturday we're gonna have an ultrasound, and then we'll let everybody know after that what we're
Yeah,
having.
we'll find out. I'm sure we'll get some footage. I'd be surprised if we didn't.
I plan to vlog the whole day. We still haven't talked about baby names yet. Once we find out, I'm sure we'll settle something.
Cyrus is still on the table, obviously. No?
I don't know. Maybe.
That means no.
I think that name's awesome.
I'm not saying no. I just want to explore my options.
I see. We can go through the baby name book again.
There we go.
I was a girl because I don't have a girl on my buddy team yet.
Yep, Judy's hoping for a girl. I think most of the kids are hoping for a girl. I'm starting to feel like it's a boy, but we'll see.
I want a boy, but I also want a girl.
I better put this right here because the battery dies on that phone. It's a terrible battery. All of a sudden the stream will go down.
I want to get a
So can everybody say, if you want a girl, raise
Thank
your
you,
hand.
Ryan.
And if you want a boy, raise your hand. Justice is on both teams, I guess.
So is Via.
I want more.
Is there more?
A very tiny bit. I think it's time to start using more than one packet of macaroni.
That thing.
So good.
Sometimes do play Elder Scrolls Online.
I
But
would do
we
it.
haven't been playing it very much lately.
Someone say that?
Yeah.
It says, yeah, do they still like to play Elder Scrolls
Oh,
Online?
yep. They still play it, but
playing this.
You were?
they seem to jump around in phases throughout the family. I think everybody's back into what they've been playing. I don't remember. I said they don't start Skyrim again, yeah.
Justice wants twins. That's what he's voting for.
I want twins.
Do you want twins too?
You want twins?
She does ask all the
Do
time.
we say the blessing before eating? I guess we're not in a huge habit of doing that, but
We pray together.
we pray together
We don't
every
make a big
day. We
thing
just
of
don't
it
make a big
before meals.
Yeah.
When Papa Doug is here, we all.
Yeah, except for when Papa Doug's here.
Mom,
He shames us like we're heathens.
I always like to pray before meals, but it's like we're always thankful for everything, and
Mom,
I think a lot of times the Easter syndrome can kick in to where, you know, you only pray before meals and you only go to church on Easter Sunday and Christmas, and so it's kind of a more of an ongoing thing for us. And Not just a special occasion necessarily.
We always play Minecraft like every day.
Yeah, Minecraft is a perennial hit at our house.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's in the baked mac and cheese, but it's really good.
This is not baked macaroni and cheese.
Whatever, I'm sorry.
The baked macaroni and cheese is noodles, and I usually
I think they're
use...
asking about this one.
I love
Well,
Big Mac.
for the baked, I'm going to answer that. It's noodles, and I use like a few different kinds of shredded cheese, just whatever we have on hand. And layer the macaroni, cooked macaroni, and the cheese, and then top it with
Get some.
eggs that I blended up in some milk with
That's
salt
not
and
what we're
pepper.
having.
This is Velveeta macaroni and cheese. It just has Velveeta cheese, salt and pepper, and noodles, and milk.
Really?
Yep. Thought it was more special than that.
I don't know. I still have in my mind that I don't like Velveeta cheese, but this is really good. So
My pack stuff just-
More oranges?
yeah, my stepdad used to joke that he didn't want to choke on non-blessed food, and I used to say that sometimes. But then I realized, that's we always are having an open conversation with God. He hears everything we do. We know everything we do, and so everything's kind of a prayer. And we are definitely thankful all the time. We pray before every morning, and it's
There's nothing wrong with praying before meals.
yeah.
It's just not
We
something
like
that
praying
we're
before
convicted to
It's-
do.
Yeah, we haven't been doing it.
No, I don't. It's not that
Yeah.
we haven't been doing it. It's just
Yeah.
not our conviction to do it. That's really what it is.
I suppose.
Everyone's drinking milk except for me. I'm having water.
I drank my whole milk in one drink.
I guess I'm like you. I don't really think I like Velveeta cheese, but I sure like this, so I guess I do.
We're never gonna buy a house unless it gets hit by a meteor. No, we'll think we're buying a house.
So it's somebody's
Sit
birthday
down.
soon. There are several people who said it was going to be their birthday today when we told when the thing was.
Stewed tomatoes with the macaroni and cheese. That sounds good.
I think my grandma used to make it that way sometimes. She called it macaroni and tomatoes.
When we're done with school, we can play computers and outside and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but then we'll be the thing again.
What's your advice on buying a house?
That's
Don't
us.
go into debt. We
Buy
didn't
the
do that,
smallest,
so
cheapest one you can.
don't do what we did. We did get a cheap house. We paid $12,000 for this house. I'm very proud of.
But it's $63,000 to fix it up.
Yeah, I paid $30,000 to fix it up.
The new baby's color is going to be red, like Judah.
Right.
Yeah, she says they like whole milk. That's what we drink too, is whole milk. Except for Tom, we have to have 2% for him.
It's not. It's cold. 2% is colder than whole milk. I like whole milk just fine, but I really like ice cold milk. And you can just get a little bit colder with 2%.
This will be our 9th baby. What?
Yeah, 12K is ridiculous. Actually, I think they wanted 20 for it, and then we offered 12, and we were so surprised they took it. It was super run down. Foundation falling in, all broken windows, and it wasn't livable at the time.
Everyone's saying hi
The
to
basement didn't have a floor because it was covered.
Well, thanks about the
Yeah.
table. It's just a plywood table that I built recently because
Fine.
we needed a big long
careful.
table, and we wanted to buy one, but we were afraid to spend that much money on something if it didn't fit. And so I built this just to kind of give us an idea of what it would be like, and
We made it last
love it.
Someone wants to know what you eat with your Mexican cheese, Dad.
What's that?
What do you eat with your ranchero cheese?
You're going to say
I don't
one?
know what Mexican cheese is.
I generally just warm it up and I spoon it into warm corn tortillas. I've been trying to figure out, when I was young, my dad would take me to Mexico and we'd go to Juarez and we'd have this stuff in a bowl and he'd spoon it into corn tortillas and it was so good. And my dad passed away and I never got to figure out what it was. He told me it was goat cheese, but I can tell you it's not goat cheese. So queso fresco, I'm pretty sure ranchero cheese is the kind, but I still think they had something else more in it because it was stringier, but it's the closest I've come yet. So I just warm it up and spoon it into tortillas and just eat it.
2 kids and 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
Someone said that she likes your...
Yeah, we had the split table thing going on, and we thought how fun it would be because the table's like the center of everything, and so we thought our house is small, but the table kind of is where we do everything now. So it's become the best $60 I ever spent on plywood.
Somebody asked a while ago if we're going to redo the girls' room, and that whatever the baby is, that is something that I'm hoping next spring or summer we're going to get some new beds built in there and redo things. We've been talking about ideas and plans for a while.
Yep, I used to live in El Paso. So I've lived in El Paso for 6 years, or when I was younger. And so we'd go down to Juarez all the time, and I'd eat whatever that stuff was. And I ask all my Mexican friends, and they don't know what I'm talking about.
Seeing
So.
their delayed reaction to things.
So watch, I'll do something right now. And then look.
Yeah, we definitely would like to have an addition. We're okay as it is, probably forever. But if money and time allow, we would definitely do an addition sometime.
We're not living in a small house because we think small houses are awesome. We have a small house because it makes financial sense for us to have time with the kids and not stressful. So that's why we're in a small house. But when we stayed with Papa Doug in California, I realized there's benefits to living in a small house that I hadn't thought of. And that is that it was really hard to keep track of the kids in a big house. So, like, in the morning getting ready, I felt very more stressed because I couldn't see them and they were, like in faraway places. And so there's a benefit to having a family in a small house because no matter where they are, I can hear and see what's going on. And so
People said, what Bible do you use?
we have used the NIV.
NIV is our audio Bible. Hey, Asher, don't do that. NIV is our audio Bible, but the NIV these days is not very good.
What?
Go sit down, buddy.
And someone said, will you ever have yellow shirts?
NIV these days it's gotten gender neutral and it's not a very good translation anymore. But it used to be very good. So I think NASB is probably the best studying Bible edition. But we still use our old audio Bible for NIV, and we're never going to change it because we're literally memorizing the whole Bible off the audio Bible, and we can't go change it now.
People said, will you use wear yellow or white shirts?
No, I don't want yellow or white because they're hard to wash or keep stains out of. I accidentally got yellow shirts, which when I get my clothing haul video, you'll see that. I thought they were orange when they came. They're yellow, so we're going to have to return them.
Actually, I'm on the Jewish Bible thing. I actually have a video on my channel about why you should learn to speak biblical Greek, and you should check it out. But actually, Greek was very much the main language in Jesus' day. Hebrew actually was lost in Babylon. They did speak Aramaic. He was a Jewish man, but I think it's pretty easy to prove that they actually used the Septuagint in Jesus' day for the Bible. But in a perfect world, we just go off the original Greek and Hebrew manuscripts. But so we're learning Greek and learning to study that way. But as far as just reading and studying, I study out the NASB, and our audio Bibles where we listen to and get our most daily intakes.
Someone said, good job at eating your food, Andrea. And someone else
Hi,
said,
Evie.
what are your plans for Christmas, and are the kids ready for Christmas?
Torah is the first 5 books. Sorry.
That's okay.
Torah is the first 5 books, so it's not necessarily just the Torah.
Back to the Christmas thing. No, we haven't started doing anything to prepare for Christmas. We have no plans yet, so I mean, we're gonna have Christmas at our house this year, but that's as far as we've thought about. How many children did you want when you got married?
That's just
2.
6. So we had 2 for him, and then we had 6 for me, and then we just keep
Kept going.
going.
My views on everything are always in transition. I'm always learning more and studying more and coming to different conclusions on things. And so I was very much not the person I am today when I met Andrea. So I thought 2, public school, and through studying and continuing to follow God and read the Bible, I realized I think a big family is what we should do.
Someone says the air conditioning working in the car.
Yep, and it works fine. The air conditioner in the van works fine now.
Thank goodness.
And someone
The ointment recipe with the coconut oil, it can have coconut oil by itself is firms up when it gets cold, so it could be that your house is cold, and if that's the case, you can just use less beeswax. And to salvage this one, you can just warm it back up and either add more coconut oil or some other oil to it to soften it up. But our house tends to be hot all the time, even in the dead of winter. So
Yeah. Sorry about. I mean, there's so many comments that we can't possibly there's so many speeding up. So I apologize if we miss you guys.
I can't eat and
just
read at the
just
same time.
keep saying it if we don't say it, and if we miss you, we're very sorry.
I'm the guy who's
Not on a computer store building company. Andrea made me do it. I wouldn't have started my own business at all. I always loved computers since I was a kid, but I would never have started my own business, and she kept nagging me.
I basically had to trick you into doing it.
I don't know if you tricked
We
me.
can just try it for a couple
you gonna eat your
months.
macaroni,
Someone
baby
said
girl?
what's the biggest gap between the kids?
The biggest
Your
gap
girl feed a macaroni.
between Claudia and the new
Does she not
baby.
like it?
And someone said, did you watch the new Thor movie?
I'm gonna eat it.
The new what movie?
Can I have it?
Thor movie?
Yeah.
Oh, the new Ragnarok. We haven't seen it yet,
I
but
don't think
I'm
we've
sure.
seen the first Thor movie.
Yes, we have.
I don't remember it.
Do
Avengers?
any of you guys want to
Unity
attend
God.
public school?
What do you think?
I don't know that was a
No.
No.
Thumbs down.
It's funny. We hear often that people in public school, their parents say, "If you're not careful, I'm going to homeschool you." And people in homeschool, they say, "If you're not careful, we're going to send you to public school." And they both hate it no matter what. So
Someone said, are you going to do a video on home birth of preparing for it?
Yeah, we're gonna do a home birth. Was that a huge
Yes.
leap of faith to start your own business?
it was so scary, and it shouldn't have been scary, right? Because we're supposed to trust God for our livelihood, and I know that in my head. But
It was not scary for me. It was terrifying.
yeah, it
for
was
him.
terrifying for me. It was.
But
But
we're very different people.
We lived very frugally, and there were some times where it was scary, and I think there was tears a couple times. But
the first year we were super poor, and
now it's wonderful, and it's the best job in the whole world. I don't go listen to anybody but to God, and nobody tells me I'm 5 minutes late, and nobody tells me I'm doing something wrong or should do something different. And
the biggest thing to me that it makes a difference for is, we always talk about how we do things because we're a family, and having our own business is the same way that our family is the center of every bit of our life. So whether it's church, school, or business, Tom doesn't have like another group of people that he spends his days with, like coworkers and things like that. Our home is the base for everything, and decisions or difficulties that need to be made business-wise, he's making them with me, not with someone else, and it's just another way that it has really bonded our family together.
Someone said, are you going to save for college?
hello, Eduardo. College is not something we've ever pushed on. I got my bachelor's, but it cost me a lot of money, and I kind of wished I hadn't done it.
Someone said,
So-
what's the biggest gap?
Hey,
let's-
Judah,
let's
it's
just
time
read
back.
it.
We haven't even answered the one yet.
Okay, we'll just try to keep up over here, okay?
Yep. Judah's being on troll duty, and so he's
And I'm also on comment.
no, you're not on common duty, just troll duty.
Oh, okay.
The baby's due April 12th.
I think we should ask them for baby names or something.
Hi, Tanya.
Justice wants them to tell us what we should name the baby.
Tell
Yes, the kids would be allowed to attend dances and things if they got invited, but I don't know that you never went to dances growing up, did you?
Never went to a single one. That's not because I didn't want to.
I went to a Christian school, so I didn't go, except for I did go to prom.
With the
But-
one person in your class.
No, to the public school prom.
Oh, you did. I
Yeah.
know that. I remember you dancing with the guy in the wheelchair.
Tracy reminded me. I need to go right down.
Oh no, that was at a homecoming dance. So I guess I went to 2 dances, but it's just not something that Tom and I are like big into, and I doubt our kids. I mean, kids, even though we live in a world that says that kids are supposed to be different from their parents, the reality is that most people, more than they would like to be, have the same personalities as their parents, and that's just how it is.
Someone wants to name it if it's a girl, Rachel.
Yeah, that's a nice name. We're having an ultrasound on Saturday, so we'll find out if we're having a boy or a girl.
I think someone also wanted, if it was the boy, I think they wanted to name it Jack Daniel.
What was that one kid's name that went to our church? No, when I was growing up, and it always sounded like it should be the name of a bar. Jack Spur, that was his name. I always thought it should be a bar name.
We're still not totally sure on the baby names. So Cyrus is one of the ones we were going to do last time. If it would have been a boy, and I like to think that that's still on the table, but we'll see.
It is.
Someone said,
I'm just saying I don't want to commit.
Shout out, Tom.
Mom, someone wants to
Yep.
name the girl Victoria.
I bet that's her name. That's why.
What are some news sources that you trust?
Vicky had a comment today, Vicky Kirkland, on one of my videos that I thought was really funny. She said that We're normal. She's like, you guys are normal, not like other big families who are kind of weird. You're like a normal family, only bigger.
I don't know that we
I thought
trust
that
any
was so
news
funny.
sources, really.
Someone said,
Not that there's not real news, but we tend to just be one of those
did you build the kids' computer?
can't really trust anybody type things. Yes, built the kids' computers.
Someone thinks that would be
Except mine.
funny if we named
You got
it
that at like
Donald
a
Trump.
sale.
No, they're all.
Ryder, she likes the names Rhett and Ryder for a boy. That's our nephew's name is Ryder.
It said if it was a girl.
It's macaroni and cheese we're having tonight.
Yeah. When do we put up our Christmas tree? We do that usually after Asher's birthday. His birthday is December 15th, so it's usually December 16th.
We didn't want his.
Every year Tom says it's too late. We need to do it earlier. And I say every year we do this. And then by Christmas Day, we're already like, I'll be glad to take that thing down because
We don't want to
It's in the
overwrite Asher's birthday with Christmas, so we.
yeah, we've always. Here, can you back up a little bit?
Okay. What are you doing?
Stretching numbers over the one can thing.
No.
The clothing haul video hopefully will be out on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm hoping to get my baby update video out. I was going to do it yesterday, but I took a nap instead.
Did you find a troll?
We do
Yeah.
have a dog. He's under the table right now.
Yep, he's very old and he's awesome, but he looks really scary because he's all scratches himself up because he's got skin problems. Poor guy.
We also have a rabbit.
Is that all we got? We used to have so many pets.
I know.
We
I
used
guess
to have like 4 turtles,
We've-
18
yeah.
fish.
we've had
Crabs.
Side
fiddler
trout.
crabs and fish and rabbits and turtles and cats and a dog.
One time we name it Charlotte.
Charlotte, that's a nice name too, isn't it?
One time we had 6 rabbits at the same time, but then they ate
Oh yeah, and our
them,
rabbit had babies twice.
and then they ate them.
Yeah, it was sad.
Favorite country to learn and read about?
What would be your favorite country you'd like to learn about?
I love Japan,
Germany.
but
Germany?
I also like Greece.
China.
What did you say, Judah?
I was just saying.
Oh,
China.
China for Eden?
What was the question?
Wait.
Pay attention.
Has YouTube been a substantial income for you guys so far? We have
don't make
never
any money.
monetized our videos,
Zero
so we've never.
pennies.
Yeah, we've made literally 0 cents
I
on
was thinking
YouTube.
about putting that on my channel, but I'll feel like a criminal.
Yes, we had a
It's
snake.
fine. It's fine if you want to. Oh yeah, snakes. We've had snakes before. Yep.
By snakes, the ones they catch
Yeah,
outside.
not ones that we bought at the store, but just some that they caught.
Salamander.
Yeah.
We had a duck.
You had a duck for a day or two.
No, we had
No,
her for
we
months.
got him as
Really?
a baby and he
She
grew up and
she
flew
was a
away.
day old when we got her, and then she grew up until she could fly away, and then one day she flew away and never
Yeah,
came
that's
back.
what happened.
Yeah,
It is. Remember, she would fly away and then she'd come back, and then one
fly
day,
away for a while,
let
come
me
back.
dream that that's what happened. She flew away and found some duck friends, and we never saw her
We
again.
had pictures
Maybe.
of Anna on
Yeah,
her
we-
shoulders.
She thought
We had
Justice was a
pictures
baby
flying
then. and
Andrew's been to New
Someone
York.
said it was a
She
girl
thought
named
that-
Gertrude.
The baby, anyways, the duck thought Justice's toes were edible when he was a baby, and so it was always pecking at his toes.
Jacob Sartorius. I don't think you know who that is either.
Yeah, I have been to New York City.
You have? I forgot. That you did.
Yeah, I did.
We never monetize because we want really to help people. We want to be real people. And I don't want to be like, ooh, this macaroni and cheese by Kraft is awesome, you know. I just want it to be real and genuine, and we don't need the money, so we just as soon have a relationship with people, and then they believe what we say more, rather than, you know, thinking that there's...
See, that's what I dream. Maybe the duck found a husband. That's what I think happened.
Maybe.
Do you guys like sharing a bedroom, or would you rather if you could have separate bedrooms?
I'll share bedrooms.
I like sharing
because it doesn't
bedrooms.
get lonely.
Yeah.
The only space I'll ever have is actually gets mad at me because his curtain is very transparent, and I like keep my curtain open and my light on when I'm reading.
So there's slight issues, but I think
Yeah.
everyone would agree
They have their own beds, and they don't stay in those. They
Yeah, they sleep together
They sleep in
half
each
the
other's beds, too, so...
Wait. Also, now they don't like it.
Yes, my sister Amy had her baby 2 days ago. On the 10th, whatever. Yeah, 3 days ago. So On my video tomorrow, I'm gonna have a picture of him. He was 7 pounds 13 ounces.
Hey, awesome treat.
And she had a very, very fast labor to the point that the doctor didn't actually deliver the baby, so it went really well.
Someone said
I think a lot of our animals have been wild, so
Yeah, some level of wild.
yeah.
Someone said if you could have an animal, what would you want? I want a
Okay,
pig.
so if you would, yeah. Tom got to go to
I was at a
someone's house
customer's
today
house
that
today.
had
We'll
a
probably
pig.
have a clip of the video somewhere, but
Pig or goat? I want to go.
they had a big, or actually it was a little pig.
A horse.
It wasn't a potbelly. They said it was something else.
We should have a parrot.
Someone said they wanted
You
to
like,
shout out and
make
their
it
name
say
is
stuff.
Awesome Street.
Well, why don't
Yeah.
you shout out?
Say shout out to.
Shout out to Awesome Street.
Okay, Justice shouted you out.
Have a goat.
You all have a Waltonsville. That's nice. She likes that we don't have long intros because so many people tell their
Mom.
life story just to share a casserole.
Someone was laughing about the ducks
Was it?
story.
Yeah,
Hi,
this
Tony.
says Amy was so tiny. She still hardly looked pregnant before, right up to the end. And they went hunting, like,
Yeah, she shot a deer, right?
the day after Halloween. So 9 days before she
Yeah.
had her baby, she shot a deer out hunting. I can't believe it.
Someone said this Friday, November 17th.
How many kids did we have?
Yeah, I still feel awkward in every single video I make.
How many kids did we have when we decided we needed a third bedroom? It was when we had Eden, our first girl. She
Yeah, the
here,
boys
can
were
you
all
guys
sharing
actually go?
rooms. He didn't. Watch, sit down.
Can you go over here so that they can see?
I gotta get so strong with pulling my big mattress out of the crib.
At that time, we had all 4 boys in the girls' room, and we had bunk beds that Tom built that fit crib mattresses.
Yeah.
And then
crib
we
bunk
had the
beds.
crib, and then Judah had a mattress that we just pulled. It was a crib mattress that we pulled out from under the bunk beds at night to sleep.
I remember that.
But then when we had Eden, sometime after that's when we moved some of the boys downstairs, even though we hadn't actually really built the bedroom yet,
We just
and
had a
she
bunch
slept
of
in our
mattresses
room.
and like ran partied around.
Yeah, we had an inflatable mattress down
And
that
the
they slept on
library-
until we got the room built.
And the library and the boys' room were stuck together, so we had a big.
They said your dress is pretty, Eden.
One time we had an inflatable couch and I jumped and hit the furnace and my head was bleeding. So funny.
What are your favorite songs? I have no favorites.
It said,
I like Lorena McKennitt and Enya and Blackmore's Night.
I listen to classical music, but I'm not really. Our house is always noisy, so I don't like to listen to
You
music.
like
really.
Canon.
Yeah, I like to listen to classical music, but I have to keep it quiet when we have it playing because I don't want it to pick up on the video.
someone said that the boys fight over the top and bottom bunk.
Did you guys fight over who gets the top and
No,
bottom?
kind of me, Asher, and Judah shouted really loudly, "I want top buck," and that was it.
Well, when we did the bedroom, Justice was still little enough that I don't think
He
even
didn't really care, so.
I want a bottom bunk because I didn't know how I get up, and now that we put the things in, I wish I got it up.
But
Yeah.
sometimes
want to have.
there's only one thing I kind of don't like.
What did Amy name the
sharing
baby?
is, like, where-
Cooper.
His name is Cooper. Do I get morning or all day sickness, and how do I battle it? I have not had any sickness this time around. And one of the reasons I'm wondering is if the progesterone cream I'm taking has vitamin B6 in it, and that's supposed to be really helpful for morning sickness. So I don't know if that's why I felt some good. Not that I've ever felt very bad in pregnancy, but this time has been particularly. Like, I think most of the time I could forget I'm pregnant. I don't feel it
That
at
was
all.
Tom's car since the deer ran into it. Well, it's got a big old dent in the front.
Somebody posted on my Facebook page a video about pouring, I think it was pouring hot water over the dent, then popping it out.
They've been talking about that since I was in high school, and I've never
I
got it
watched
to work.
a video.
I know. I heard about dry ice and all
The
this
one
stuff,
that
but
was like your dent that's still left. They poured it on the front, but then you still went from behind and pushed it out.
yeah, that one's really hard. All the other dents came out, but we got
The
one
first
major
two in
dent
the video,
there.
I thought, well, that's...
I can get my hand on it if I take the wheel well thing off. So, but it's really I couldn't push it with my strength as it was. So, I got to really try and take the thing all the way
Try
off.
the hot water. See if it works.
It's got a bunch of paint scratched off, but thank God it's still working good. So I can, that's our whole livelihood.
Someone wants to know if Amy has a YouTube channel.
No, Amy doesn't have a YouTube
I
channel.
was gonna write that, but then I was like,
How do we plan to do the girls' room? We're gonna do. I think we've decided to build sectional style bunk beds, so like
You
a
got to
sectional
ban John
couch.
Casey, Judah. You're falling down.
It's gonna be like a dollhouse.
Yeah, we were thinking we'd make it look like a dollhouse, kind of like a dollhouse that's open, and maybe put some little windows on the ends of the bunks.
Vitamin B12 makes an uncle bald.
How do you know that?
From
Famous Warriors.
Famous
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Warriors. Tips for getting more comfortable making YouTube videos. Just make them. And in the beginning, nobody's watching, so it helps.
How's Thomas doing with driver's license? We're all still alive.
Yeah.
He's got, how many hours you got?
I don't know. I can go count.
No, go count.
I can count.
Mom, is there an easier way?
He's doing good. We're still got a lot more to do.
Is there an easier way to scroll down? Because when I scroll down, I got like through 10 comments.
You did good. You did good.
Good one. I don't know.
Favorite meal on a cold winter day?
Favorite meals on a cold winter day?
That's a good one too, Bill.
My favorite meal is the same every day.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Doesn't matter what day it is.
Don't prefer to see medical attention, but what would be something that you would have to see a doctor for? Broken bones.
Anything acute. Yes, like somebody gets a stab wound or finger cut off or going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Something like a cold or something like that. We're just not
Or
gonna do that.
dysentery.
Dysentery.
Reese's.
Like when I drink pond water.
Asher, you're a goober.
Reese's or Kit Kat. Oh, that's why he's saying
I don't
Reese's
know.
over here. Reese's for me. I like them both, but
I don't know. I like them both too. I probably Reese's over Kit Kat, but
Reese's.
I love Kit Kats too.
Reese's had a favorite said I had a king of
I love
Reese's.
Kit Kat.
who is the closest among the kids, like friends-wise?
Me
I'm
and
the
Eden.
closest
Asher and
person
everyone.
to-
Yeah, Asher is the closest to everyone, probably.
I thought you were talking about the camera.
No, the one kid everybody likes is Asher.
Except
He's
for-
our CGL, so.
Yeah, he's the
but
social
not
one.
sometimes. Me and Asher are best bros, except for sometimes.
Every kid has gone through friends and also rivals
Yeah,
at
they
any
have
given
their
time.
they have their strife just like everybody else does.
Someone said that we could name if it's a boy Benjamin, and that would be kind of cool. That's why they don't name him.
For an ear infection, we don't really. It's been a long time since somebody had an ear infection, so I can't really say. But the thing that comes to mind would be to swab the inside of the ear with hydrogen peroxide.
Someone said what's
Figure
your
out the
favorite
stilts. We kind of haven't touched them again. I need to go through and the straps have been falling off on them, so I need to fix that, but I haven't had time.
Someone said, "What's your favorite Christmas movie?"
Someone says to dab.
Dubbins or
Everybody dab.
Cody, you're the dab.
Asher's sharing his favorite, or Judah's sharing his favorite Christmas
Cody,
movie.
I don't remember what it's called, but it had Dubbins and Dubbins in it.
You like
Good job.
the 3D Christmas Carol movies?
Yeah,
What
the
we're
one
talking
with Jim Carrey, the animated one.
about. The 3D one.
Where he
Our
says
policy
Dubbins.
on screen time is that we have a privilege system and they either get 0 time or unlimited time depending on what privilege they're on.
And it's very hard to get on the privileges. They got to do all kinds of good stuff. So
And internet goes off at
internet cuts off every 10:30
10:30, I
every
think.
night automatically.
Someone wants to know if you ate all the chocolate that Asher got you.
No way. I have not eaten all the chocolate Asher gave me. There's a giant stack that keeps growing in my cupboard. We have a post office box.
I don't know
It's
what
in the
dab
description of all of our videos. So if you want to send something, it's always there for you. Do you each have individual time with each child? We don't make a point of it, but it happens.
It's the kind of thing that we're all together as a family, but there is special times sometimes. I'll go to the store and I'll bring one kid with me or something, and it's always special time and
Yeah.
it's nice. But it's not like,
Is it
yeah,
show-
there they are.
Sophia
like
is the
it's-
only one that went with me to Buffalo to see my sister at the hospital the other day, but we don't
We're a team.
try,
We're
but
always
it's
a
like
team.
we're always here. So if somebody really needs our time, they just come.
It's
find
not
us
like
and
the
talk
kids
to
are
us.
all crying in a corner wishing they could have alone time. It's just that we're all a team. We're all together as a team. But
Remember what Asher said?
oh my gosh, Knuckles!
What happened? Oh my goodness! I just did see what happened. But I looked at the last
The microphone I think got unplugged. No.
Here, you.
My live stream's not working. I didn't get to see what happened.
Knuckles just walked under the table and tried
Knocked
to
all the
yank
stuff
everything
off.
I was being Judah's footstool for 1 second, and then it happened.
Heart eye emoji.
I was like,
Uh-oh.
what is going on?
Your favorite emoji is heart eye emoji.
No, chat's gone.
Said that.
There it is.
Asher's my footstool.
Yeah, that was Knuckles.
Sorry about
We're
that.
all back in order now.
That was our dog. Remember? Did you see him?
I'm your dog.
Papa's not here.
I don't think there's anything. The Bible does not say cremation is wrong, does it?
Nope.
I know people say that, but I have no idea why.
It's the same reason they say suicide is, a sin or something. I heard that the Catholic Church talked about that for a long time. But
I don't know. I don't want to go into that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to, but I have no reason to think that cremation would be wrong. My mom was cremated.
yeah,
Tom's grandma was cremated.
our bodies are not us. It's just our simple meat robots until we our spirits meat sacks.
So I don't think it
okay,
matters. Here's the pros and cons of cremation, in my opinion. Cremation is way cheaper and easier, but from my experience, I have a hard time that there's not a place to go, like on holidays or whatever. We don't have some place to put flowers for my mom, and so that part I wish she had a grave, but I guess you can bury the remains still, even if you cremate. So.
Mom, I keep hiding over there and then doing random stuff.
Showing
random
out kill,
stuff.
isn't that a commandment?
Yeah, that's why I don't want to start touching on suicide things.
Samson killed himself.
I got 2 lines.
God empowered Samson to kill
It's
himself.
more like sacrificed himself.
He said, "Lord, just give me strength one more time to take it, so I can
Alright.
take all these
This
Philistines."
is not an
with
issue
me."
we're going to talk about.
Okay, all right.
Someone had a dream that they would visit us, and our basement was Walmart. That would be so convenient. Here it's 6:35 p.m.
Someone said you knuckle scared the crap out of them.
Knuckles scared us too. I wasn't sure what's going on.
I was going like
We
this.
go to a dentist just like we go to a doctor. If there's an acute problem that needs dealt with, we deal with it, but we don't go just for the sake of going.
I've never had a cavity in my entire life.
I've had 76. Not really, I don't know how many I've had.
Well, I've never had one.
I have a cavity right now.
37. Someone says 836 in Kentucky.
It's 8:36 in Kentucky, yep.
It's 837 here.
Asher's pretty quiet.
What?
He's our quiet kid.
It just depends.
It really depends if the camera's on them. They're all quiet then.
Someone said any of your kids getting braces.
I don't know, does anybody want braces?
Yeah, I do like candy.
I don't know.
I just got good
I don't know.
Good
Yeah,
genes,
braces,
I
you don't
think.
let eat candy for like 4 years.
Dad ate candy when he had braces. If I ever get braces, I eat candy.
That just goes to show you that I don't know that it's really about, I don't know what causes the cavities, but I've never had one.
And believe me, Tom is not.
I like candy. Me and Sugar, we're like this.
But I don't know if I want to get braces or not.
Are you excited for Thanksgiving? Yes.
Yes. No.
I was just looking up some recipes today for things we could make.
Need a video with only Sophia speaking. I would totally watch that video.
Asher wants to do one where like he tells them what to say, her and Claudia.
Like that monkey?
And then edit out
Pumpkins.
what he's
Yeah,
saying so
yeah.
it just sounds like they're saying.
That's like when
all
that
this
monkey told us a message to save the world from global warming.
yeah.
And it was, I just cut and paste a bunch of making
Yeah,
monkeys
that's
say
funny.
things. That was sad.
stuff. What's our favorite Thanksgiving food? I don't know. Do you guys get tired of wearing the same clothes every day as everybody else?
No. Except for my purple and dark blue shirt. I
Ron
get
Jeremy.
mad because
I know,
my
yeah.
buttons
Oh yeah,
don't
you
work.
want it fixed, that's all. Do you guys like summer or winter?
Summer.
Winter?
Winter.
I'm gonna say winter.
Yeah, Andrew has some family in Douglas, right?
I can't mow in
Well, yeah, friends.
Really good
Family
friends.
friends.
Nearly friends. Family.
That's where we went to watch the eclipse, was down in Douglas.
All computers are pretty much made in China anyways. They're all good. If you look at the specs, buy for price, doesn't matter so much.
I like summer.
I saw a troll. Get him, Judah.
What was, now I just lost I guess I can scroll Kente. If money was not an issue, what would our dream vacation be?
Buddy's dancing
Oh,
right here.
I've never left the country.
The video
Somewhere
would
to
be the night
Mexico,
right,
I
Mom?
guess, but
Yes.
I don't know. I'd like to go. I'd like to see go
I'd
to
like
Greece
to go,
or
all through Europe. I think would be neat to
Yeah.
see everything. You'd also like to go to Japan, I'm sure.
Japan would be nice. But that's all dreams. It'll probably never happen.
Dad, so wants to know if there's any mad tech tournaments or something.
There's always a magic tournament coming up. I think there's a new set coming out in Christmas. It's a joke set we're really excited about.
What printer would we recommend?
I like Brother printers. They're cheap, they work well, and you can use refillable cartridges on them with no problem.
Thomas is so handsome.
Yep, I used to live in LA, so we go to Vegas about as often as I went to the beach. Not as much as I probably wanted, but used to go a lot.
What's the average cost of living in Wyoming? You know, honestly, I have no idea.
It's pretty low. For the price of a
our
house in
food-
California, you can buy like 3 houses
housing
out
is much
here.
cheaper here, but food is a lot higher than a lot of places. So
You know, it's funny too. I think that California is known for its produce, but I think the produce is better here. I think California must sell their good stuff to other states, and they keep the crappy
I
stuff
was
for
surprised
themselves.
at how expensive it was
Like
when we were
the-
shopping. And the crime rate here, I don't know the overall crime rate in Wyoming, but
We have the
Moorcroft
lowest.
is
We have the
like-
lowest homicide rate in the nation, and the highest gun ownership in
there's
the
only
nation.
been one murder here in Moorcroft in like 20-something years, and it was just a couple houses away from us.
Really?
Remember that lady that killed her husband in the middle of the night? Over in the trailer park right over here?
Is that the one I almost went to jury duty for?
And Smoot's thing. Anyways, has Thomas started dating? No, because there's just no girls that he really. I don't know that he. I mean, he meets girls, I think some, but it's not like. It's not an issue yet.
I don't know if it's not an issue.
Well, I know he would like to date. It's just there's not been. He's like the homeschool kid that doesn't have girls hanging around all the time to ask out. So,
I guess.
what?
I don't know. Mental health. Carmen keeps asking about mental health. Mental health is important. Yes.
So wants to know who cooks the best out of the kids.
Who cooks the best out of the kids?
It's either me, Eden,
It's
or
me. I cook every day and I cook the best meal.
Thomas is lying. Thomas is the worst cook. He's gonna starve to death, I'm worried.
Well, I make spaghetti
Asher
and
cooks the most
brownies and
frequently, probably, and the most varied items.
But I make spaghetti.
I made stuff and make frosting on it.
I make spaghetti and macaroni.
Now we've started an argument over who's the best cook.
Me.
What's your favorite fast food?
Hamburgers.
Someone said Asher's pancakes look good and big.
Have we ever had a tornado watch or warning constantly?
Lot,
Lots.
yeah, there's lots of tornadoes out here, but they never do anything.
Yeah, we're not like
I want
down
to
in
be a
the
tornado.
south, like Oklahoma and in there, but we
Wyoming
do have
has
watches.
it's the 6th largest in land mass, and it's the least populated state in the country. So the chances of a tornado actually coming down on some. There was one in Wright
Yeah, there's been
here a few
some-
years ago that did some serious damage, but beyond that, it's
there
pretty
was one
rare.
out by Hewlett, but there's just not a lot of population. for it to
Usually
hurt
they're
anything.
close, and that causes like some hail and some strong wind for a little while, but that's pretty much it.
Yes, he will.
Does anyone want to work in the computer business with Dad? when
I
they're
really
grown
hope
up?
somebody does.
I kind of do.
I
Asher said- I guess we'll see. It's a really good business. Hope I can give it to somebody, one of my kids, but we'll see.
How do you deal with kids bickering? I say,
Say
knock it
stop
off.
bickering.
And then it doesn't work.
It always happens to some extent, but I think we're really blessed. I see a lot of other kids. When I go to the grocery store, I see people who bicker a lot more than our kids. So I don't know what we do that's
Yeah.
necessarily different, but most of our bickering, we can actually order them to be quiet unless some serious teenage angst kicks in.
We don't really have much of that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Except occasionally Thomas.
Hey, Christine.
Someone said, do you think any of the kids will want to move out of Moorcroft on their own?
Does anybody want to move away from Moorcroft when you grow up?
No!
I don't know.
I want to be your neighbor and build.
I work at any job that's in Moorcroft because I want to be able to see you.
I want to mow lawn.
I, of course, would love it if you'd all stay here just a little bit. Who knows what'll happen?
Well, thank you, Carmen.
I want to mow.
How many grandparents do we have in our family that are still living?
My grandpa.
Grandpa Frank, and then your mom, and
Yeah.
Papa Doug,
Papa Gary.
and Grandma Donna.
Gary.
But they're step grandparents. And then
Papa
Papa
Gary.
Gary, and Grandma Fern, Grandma Lois, Grandpa Kenny.
Oh,
How many is that? I kept counting like this, and it wasn't even meaning
A
anything.
few. We have some.
7-ish.
Someone said, do you have timeouts or spankings?
Do we do timeouts or spankings?
Not
Not
really
really.
either. I mean, we're all for spanking, but we don't
just
ever
not
do it.
necessary, really.
It's not really hasn't been necessary. Privileges system has worked the best. So we tell them if you want to get unlimited computer time, you got to do this and do this and don't do this and don't do this. Can't get too many demerits. Can't get this. Can't get that. And so the threat of having endless computer bliss when they're not working is usually good enough to make them do pretty well.
Someone said they want to have me have a video of.
I love to shoot.
Robot Chris, but I didn't do very good at it.
I love to shoot, but we haven't really been hunting. Not that we're opposed to it. It'd be a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
we
Our
just
problem
haven't.
with hunting is that we wouldn't want to eat
Yeah,
the
no
meat,
one wants to eat
so
the
there's
meat.
no
So
point in doing the
that
hunting.
seems really
My
not
sister's
fun.
family is very into hunting and
I love to
eating.
shoot prairie dogs, although it's been a very long time. I haven't done it since I've met you. Just go to my grandpa's ranch and shoot prairie dogs, which is super fun.
How many more kids do you want to have?
Negative. I know. I'm just kidding. No, I'm sure I've said it before, but everyone is a struggle for me. Not because I know we want to have a big family and want to have as many as God will give us, but it's also my mind fights me.
I have no number, but I just know that I won't be done in my heart until I hit menopause and I can't have any more.
I just got to go one at a time. So right now, 9 is all we're having. But I guess
Someone wants to
Never
know
know.
if Melina comes over to visit.
That will take care of everything.
no,
Not really.
Not
We
really.
invite her, but
She's kind of a quiet one.
are we going to add a second bathroom? I'm hoping that happens before the girls' bedroom.
We haven't got
That would be awesome if that was a winter project, but
Yeah,
we always plan things and stuff just ends up taking
it's a
way
big
longer
project,
than we think.
but
Dad,
Tom's
say
mom looks
thank
young. She's a
you.
pretty grandmother.
thank you.
No, say it to the camera.
Why?
Because
Thank you.
I think they're getting very comfortable with live streams. Things are a
Yeah,
lot more out
it's
of
starting to
control
be a
today.
little more crazy here.
Would you adopt when you can have
I'm
kids?
assuming that means can't.
Oh, can't have kids? I would. I'm a person who'd be open to any child that came along and needed a home. I would be
I
like,
told you to
sure,
say
come on
thank
in. Who knows what would
Not
happen?
opposed to it.
I told
I'm
you to
I'm
say
30. What am I?
thank
39?
you Because
I think I'm
someone
39.
said,
Look at that one.
What?
your mom's pretty.
What?
That one.
On the
No. It's an advertisement.
Oh.
You don't see it?
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Trying to make us give them an ad.
No, that's not. I know that lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I thought that was an ad.
Oh, she did say can't. Yes, okay. If I couldn't have had children, would I have adopted? Heck yeah, I would have. Since I've been a little girl, all I wanted to be was a mom.
Hey, Nicole.
She said, Tanya.
Everybody's over there watching the thing. Why don't you come over here and be on the camera?
Watching us
It's like they're all busy watching themselves over there. They're not.
Quit. Am I leaning towards boy or girl? At first, I thought girl because I felt good at the beginning, and usually with boys, I feel kind of sick. But now I still feel good. Now I'm kind of leaning toward boy, so I guess we'll see.
Bedtime, it depends on their privilege level. So it's 8
8 o'clock unless they're on the highest one.
X, A, and C privileges and
8 o'clock. If they're on the best privilege, they can stay up till 9.
That's during the school year. During summer, it's 9 and 10, and then Thomas doesn't have a bedtime at all. When they hit high school, my wedding ring is still sitting on a tray on my dresser. We have not taken it in to get it repaired yet.
So much stuff to do, and it's so busy.
Yes, Annette, I have been to Canada.
I was when I was a kid. I remember colored
did?
money, but I was a little really young. That's all I remember. They had colored money.
I went. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Someone said that party is their favorite thing.
Does my finger feel better? Yes, it actually only hurt from taking the ring off. It was, even though it looked tight on my finger, it did never hurt until we took it off, and then it swelled up horribly and was very painful from the squishing that it got while we were taking the ring off.
We're
But
in
it's fine
Wyoming,
now.
Nadia.
live stream ends.
I did make a Robot
Yep.
Chris video, but it's not very good at all.
Someone said, so Tom's been out of the country. Lol.
Yeah, I have. I went to Mexico and
Mexico and Canada.
Mexico and Canada, but like barely across the border.
I've been to Canada and England.
Yes,
I've been in America.
we're just Christians.
I've been
Mr. Hobbies.
almost to the ocean, which isn't part of America.
Yeah, it is.
Someone said hi, Justice.
Blake Church lives in Wyoming too.
Hey, Blake.
Yeah, oh my god.
Piercings are totally fine.
will you ever travel with all the kids? We do travel. We
went to California.
We go to California about every other year because that's where Tom's from, and we've been to Kentucky with them, and we go down to Denver sometimes.
One time I went to
I don't know that I would.
Someone-
I don't know about traveling overseas though, or I'm not sure how
I
if
don't
I would
wanna
be
do
up for that.
And whenever we are going on the beach,
Someone
I always have to be in
says
the
they-
car.
It says Judah's rhubarb crisp video was great.
You know.
I feel like I failed
Someone
that.
said they live in Wyoming.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
I always have to be
I
in the
like
car
53
to do
degrees is my favorite temperature.
Anything under 60 in Georgia is cold.
that. I like 69.
Hablo
speak
español.
Spanish?
Entiendo mucho, pero no hablo muy bien.
Tom's best friend is Mexican, and so he helps us out when we were learning some Spanish. He would help us out, telling us words that we didn't
And
know.
whenever Dad's on the phone with his best friend, he always goes like, "What's up?" And it's really weird.
Andrew thinks I changed.
He does. He
dialects
starts
when I'm talking to
talking
my friend.
different when he talks
I go
to
back
his
to my
friend.
California
It's like,
talk.
"What's up, man?"
It's not your California talk. It's your Sal talk.
No, I used to always talk like that. My
Sal's
South talk was
got-
just normal talk.
Sal's got an accent,
Oh, I
and you
You
adopt
did-
that accent
No, it
when
has
you talk
nothing
to
to do
him.
with that's how I used to talk around everybody.
He said,
Well,
"What's up,
I don't
man?"
think so. You talk to your mom like that?
I would talk to Aldo the same way.
Yeah, he's also Mexican.
It has nothing to do with it. That's so not good to say.
They have an accent, and you. would
I don't
adopt it.
take their accent. I just talk like I always talk to them.
Which is their accent.
No.
If someone lives in Wyoming, they might want to.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
I gotta read what people are saying about me.
We have 2 families right now. We've had as many as 4 or so, but that's all we have now is 2
our
families.
friends that came mostly, they moved away a while back, and it's been sad. We've never tried to grow our church, though. We just
Leah.
whoever comes, and.
Someone said there.
What age do you move your babies out of your room? They sleep in our bed until at least 6 or 8 weeks, and then usually in our room until they're 6 months or so, and then we move them into the other bedroom.
Andrea's thought about getting a bus many times.
I want a bus.
Somebody just told me that one of the mines was selling buses for like a couple $100. I'm like,
Someone
No,
said
thanks.
their husband said your Spanish is great because he speaks Spanish.
oh, there you
Oh,
go.
well, thank you.
Hello from France. We're gonna start Christmas shopping probably at the beginning of December.
I can't wait because I love
Okay,
buying presents.
give them a sample how you talk to Sal.
No way. I was not aware that I talked to Sal different. Okay, I just when I was younger, I lived in California. That's just how I talked to
So
my
let's try
friends.
this. Hey Tom, what's
No,
up?
there's no way in a million years are you gonna get me to do
Dad
that.
always says stop.
What if
What's
we got
up,
Sal
man?
to call
You
you?
want?
Oh my
And he says
gosh.
I like.
Someone said, "What up, Judah?"
Who here likes Pokemon, Zelda, or Minecraft?
I think everybody likes those, so they don't really play
what?
Zelda.
I've never played.
What's wrong?
I like Pokemon. Let's do my nose.
I'm sorry, baby girl. You're all right.
Oh, she blocked her nose or something.
You're all
Oh,
right.
do you like Minecraft? Yes. Zelda. I
Zelda,
don't
they've
know.
never really played Zelda, but
What's a Zelda?
it's like Final Fantasy.
In Pokemon, everybody likes.
Go, but
Pokemon
no one else
Go, they
knows
play none of the
Pokemon
other Pokemons.
We play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, this person says they just moved from Texas or to Texas from Wyoming, and nobody believes them that it gets negative 30 in the winter, and it does.
Oh yeah.
And last winter, he would go out walking to do poke walks. It was negative 18 one day, and he still took a 2-hour walk out there. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I won't be doing that this winter. Pokemon Go's kind of died down.
Say for me.
How do you handle
Yeah,
toys and
sometimes.
clutter at Christmas with a small house? We just don't buy very much stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's stressful.
I played Zelda. I'm a huge gamer. I played all the games. But that's the closest game my kids know about to an RPG style, a traditional that they know. They play Final Fantasy 3, so you know, it's actually Zelda's similar to Final Fantasy 3. Actually, it's not very far
This
apart from
person
the fact that
says
it's action
they're
adventure.
horrified that you would say that.
Well, it depends. The new Final Fantasies are very much different than the originals. Final Fantasy 3 is the one they're familiar with.
I don't know anything about Final Fantasy or Zelda, so I
American
cannot take
3,
part in
not
this.
not the Japanese one. I played WoW for 3 years, and I got my life back. Thank
I said
God.
2 years.
No, 3 years. It was a great game, but that's the problem. It's too good of a game.
Are the kids going to be home
3.
during the home birth?
American 3.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
someone else knows about Final Fantasy.
The kids will be home during our
I like
homework.
playing
Well,
Final
other times
Fantasy
they're
13.
sleeping.
Yeah, last time with Sophia, it would happen early in the morning. They were all sleeping still.
I got to a
And then
level in
Dad woke
Final
us up and said, "Hey guys, want to see a new
I got to a level in Final Fantasy 13 that I can't beat.
I'm going to
So
say
I
on
just
this
stopped
negative
playing
30
'cause I
situation
Yeah.
with the temperature, that is one of the reasons that we can't grow a lot of things that I would like to grow, is because it just gets so cold in the winter that...
We get to go out and do that trick with the boiling water, though.
Yeah, we can throw pots of boiling water in the air and make it
Disappear.
instantly turn into fog, but...
Harry Potter."
You like watching the movies?
We've watched all the movies 18
Thomas has read the books, haven't you?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, guys, we need to simmer.
yeah,
It's
calm
at
down.
April 12th, I think.
No, I don't have a midwife.
We have in the past, but now we just do it at home, and that freaks me out.
The baby's due April 12th.
Yep, I'm familiar with all the Final Fantasy lore. You'd be surprised at how much of a gamer I am.
We're gonna go watch Adventure Time and Friday for
They actually did redo Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3. They have them now, but
Had to
yeah.
leave with Solomon.
Yeah, I
The
don't
girl
like
took
that
us on a walk for a really long
It
time.
looks like we only have about 4 more minutes.
The girl took us on a walk for a really long time until the baby was born. And then
Super Nintendo 3. So English.
How did we find a midwife in our small town? There's nothing in our small town, so you always have to go outside.
Oh, somebody tripped on the cord again.
Anyways, the midwife we used was about 100 miles away from us, although she has since moved her office to about 15 miles away from us. But the hospital where 4 of our babies were born is also 100 miles away, so it's just the way it is.
I think now it's all over. They're all rushing their car.
They've never played The Sims, but we did. That's how actually it's kind of a fun story that we learned the best way to play The Sims was to have a tiny little house with a toilet here, awesome couch there, and like the best oven
We
and
learned the
stove.
benefits of small house
And
living
it was so
from
easy, you could
Sims.
totally beat the game with just a tiny house.
Sims.
And I
Free
realized when
play.
I finally achieved the highest level in Sims and I had this giant house and my phone would ring for a job and my person couldn't get all the way across the house to answer it in time. It was terrible.
Mom,
So
I
I
have
also
the
know what
Sims free
tablets the
play.
kids use.
Really?
I also remember them asking earlier because they're going to get the same stuff for
Solomon's
Christmas.
damn
We did go with mostly generic tablets. Dragon
Yeah, Dragon Touch. or
Dragon
something.
Touch is the ones we've been using. Octa-core, cheap ones, but ones that have good reviews on Amazon for the most part.
Solomon skipped out and went to play a while ago. That's why he's not here.
Kaya and Sophia went to go watch Adventure Time.
I've had my babies. They've been born during the morning or night. Both. They're
Acer
so mixed.
laptops.
Acer laptops.
Sorry, someone asked every time. I should have said
Sorry.
something.
Good night. I think that I found out about my midwife through word of mouth. I had looked online to see if there was anybody around, and then somebody found us. He's been downstairs. That's what I just said. Anyways, somebody just told me one day that there was a new midwife, and that's how we found her. Are we stopped chatting, or is it like
No, it should still be
froze?
going.
The thing's loading, so.
The kids are probably getting on the internet and dragging us down. Unless the phone died. Oh, there it goes.
Good night.
Having gross beans this year.
Jelly beans.
Oh,
Good night.
We're gonna do this every month on the 13th of the month at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. So you can always know when to find us for our live streams.
it is 7 o'clock here right now.
Yep, so
7
it's
p.m.
6:58.
Yeah, 2 minutes. We're counting down. Will you be doing Vlogmas? You know, last year somebody asked me that, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Must be Christmas.
Yeah, I figured it out, but I didn't know what to say. I'm sure we'll be vlogging through Christmas. We're not gonna do a daily vlog though.
The Halloween candy whenever
But-
They can do whatever they want with the Halloween candy. We think the best teacher is experience. So if they want to get themselves a sugar coma and realize that's a bad idea, then
Never even
Well,
gotten
so-
a sugar coma.
What's a sugar coma?
coma.
We've never gotten
Oh.
sick from eating candy.
I want to
and-
get in a sugar coma and be able to say that I went in a sugar coma.
Wouldn't that be
Yes,
fun?
it was a culture shock, and but after 2 years, I decided it's the greatest place on earth.
I used to be afraid that he'd want to go back to California and take me with him, but
I went back to visit, and I think, oh, I'm gonna go to Wiener Schnitzel, and I'm going to In-N-Out, and I'm gonna go to Arcade, and then I do those all the first day, and I'd be like, I don't like it here. I gotta get home.
Someone said, "Are you gonna make Christmas videos?"
Hello.
yeah, we already talked about it.
We love you all. Thanks for your
All right, I guess
support.
so. We're gonna tell them all good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for having dinner with us.
Good night. Bye. Good night.
Yes, we do go to homeschool events and conventions and stuff.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello. Good night. Bye. Good night. Hello. Good night. Bye. Good night.
Did you get it turned off?
Oh,
we see it on there.
no. No.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Fingers.